All right. We got AJ versus Ross. Ross is in the States now for the major coming up in like 6 days, 6 or 5 days. I'm like a day late on this. I think I got AJ winning, even though I believe Ross is the best, like the better 1v1 player. But I don't know. It's like 42 minutes long, so it probably went to match point, I assume. It's like pretty much an hour long, basically. But I got AJ winning. Let me turn the sound on. What am I doing?
Rawas in 1v1s
I hope it's
against
like
some
a
of
bunch of
North America's
clips
best on even ping, but even
and
low
not
ping,
like
because
just some
actually, to be
solid
fair, a lot of
1v1
the
gameplay.
US East NA players can get equal ping to the Middle East players,
I wonder how Ross
but
gonna play
they have,
on low ping, like
but they're both
equal
at like
advantage.
80. They're both at 80 or 90, which Rawas and the rest of the MENA players are a little bit more used to. This time around,
Yeah,
it's gonna
at
be
90 frames
24
or 90.
and 12 for the
What is
duo,
it?
and an air
Ping.
dribble bump
It's not
will
too
be
bad.
the first goal for Rawas.
Like in Rocket League.
I think Rawas comes in as the favorite here against AJ. By the way, I haven't talked much about AJ, but that's because
But the
AJ
ping
is
isn't really all that
still
bad unless it's
in
like
US
super
East. I'm not
noticeable.
sure where he resides in his day-to-day life. Ooh, Rawas, nice shot. But he also qualified for Boston.
Come on,
So
AJ.
even if
Come
he
on,
didn't live
AJ.
here, he'd probably be here in time for the event. But Rawas, I think, comes in as the favorite. It was
Look at
saying a
that.
moment ago. And AJ believes to be on form. I know when he played some ones most recently, I know he's talked about his match against Zen and some other different matches he's played in. I don't think he felt like he was as on his game as he is now, so he's a bit more prepared for the likes of Rawas. I'm not sure that anybody can be prepared. We have not seen Rawas lose very often. He does frequently catch losses.
He ain't looking too good right now. Ain't looking too good.
Moxie, one of the hardest 1v1 grinders in the world, seems to have a decent matchup against Rawas. Might even have a favorable matchup against Rawas. I'd have to go double check. That's been back and forth for a while. But that's just about the only player who does have a favorable matchup against him. Sure, some of the other top ones players can take matches off him, but he is looking as unstoppable as
AJ isn't always on the finish, right? Like I don't want. I feel like he's more of an octane player.
Single jumping and floating as long as he could before maybe getting a wave dash 50. You'll see that on kickoffs a lot, the single jump 50 into the wave dash. But 1v1ers will look to use that speed burst at other times of the game as well. No reason to reserve it only for kickoffs. AJ right now able to stop one of Rawas' shots, which I mentioned because it feels like one of the first times that a Rawas take hasn't converted.
Oh, nice shot. Nice shot.
As well.
I think it's so difficult to try and turn a ground edge dribble. Do like a reset.
The aerial game is where he's dominating so far, which is not something you'd expect to see. 7 shots for Rawas and 2 saves. AJ has been able to save a couple, but every shot's been on target, according to that ratio. Rawas gonna fake the reset. AJ gets the first save.
Oh, AJ getting cooked right now.
Rawas farming kickoff possession as well, which can make it really, really tough for a guy like AJ to try and handle an extended 1v1 against somebody as talented as Rawas.
He still come back.
AJ, first possession. The thing about AJ is he
A
is
shot.
also going to get
That was smart.
a goal off of a kickoff. If you guys watch AJ's stream, I mention this every time he's on, but it's worth mentioning because he is definitely a big believer in it as well. Kickoff and kickoff possession is a huge part of 1v1. Even if you don't get immediate goals,
I agree.
Kickoff. That's what I mean. Kickoff goals.
Listen to Feer, you got a mouthpiece on right now.
1
I
second
agree.
kickoff goals, but 10, 20, any first possession.
We're having like a good kickoff.
That turns into a goal.
You can end up losing a kickoff sometimes. Somebody actually has like a worse kickoff team.
Definitely is keeping track of those during his matches. Although this time, he got a first possession.
Cooked right now.
And Rawas was able to handle it and convert it for a counter.
It's just a warm-up game though.
7-1.
Gotta fill him out.
At least for Rawas, halfway through game 1.
What's that trail that Rawas has? It's not bad.
Thank you, the
Kinda
team
like
for 16 months. I'm not sure, just for the record.
I don't think Rawas. I don't even think Rawas uses
so smooth with 0 boost.
Infinity.
AJ didn't really put that hard of a shot.
I thought he was an octane player.
But Rawas would have been there even
But
if
look
there
at the
was a follow.
defense. Oh my
It's just like
gosh.
it was seamless.
He covered
Every
every
time I'm
option.
driving around, or pretty much anybody I see driving
No
around in and out of
hesitation
the net
either.
like that,
He covered every
it
single
looks so
option.
clunky. But Rawas makes it look
Until, oh my,
like
until
it's a
like
ramp
that.
made just to send
That
it
was
right
nice.
back
Like
out
the
to
setup.
the ball.
Look at
Now
that.
another air
That was
dribble.
nice.
Rawas looking so solid. AJ though backed off to the corner. Made
I hit
it
that like
easy for
3
him.
weeks ago or something similar.
Rawas is absolutely on another level, which is great to see for us Rule 1 fans. As you guys might know, I actually
I wonder how Rule 1's gonna do in the
Rule 1
major. This is my
games
first
on
time
their
watching them
channel,
play.
so I have a lot of
So what do you wonder how
familiarity
they're gonna
with
do?
the Rule 1 guys, and I hope to see the best.
That
out of
is
them.
a
Oh my
nice shot.
goodness. For this major.
Okay.
And I tell you what, we're getting the best out of Rawas in this 1v1. AJ is no slump, but he does
Flip
not
reset
seem
into
to
a
have
bump. I
any
actually went for
answer
that in my last
for what Rawas
phase.
is throwing at him. He is doing
I want to do
a lot
that
of
so I want to
backing
do it
off
so bad.
into his net.
I gotten close to doing it, but I never actually got the
Rawas
bump.
has responded by going for these air dribbles and these air dribble bumps.
Well, also somebody I watch
AJ
in
might
ones
try
for their
to
defense,
be a
bro.
bit more of a pest on ball if he can get away with it, but even this tiny bit of separation has Rawas going to the ceiling over the top of AJ,
That
and
is
it's
a
crossbar
nice
down
shot.
and in.
I'm gonna go
So
next
that's
because
what I'm
AJ
talking
getting
about.
cooked,
I mean,
and
it's
there's
a
no
right
way he's coming
decision
back. There's no
for
way he's
AJ
coming
to
back.
stay on.
Alright, let's see how this one goes.
AJ could really afford to have a first kickoff possession win as he tries to
I don't know how
win
AJ really lost that though.
push this back.
Seemed like
towards
very
his
solid,
half.
but it seemed like
Rawas
Rawas was just winning a lot of
Foul
mind
shot
games.
off the ground, just barely too high. AJ now at midfield with only 4 boosts to work with. He is going to back off and give Rawas that kind of space that has been lethal
Both still in the Fennec.
earlier in this series. But AJ attacking much more aggressively on defense now. Even after giving that space, he's aerialing towards the play immediately. And it's gonna
AJ,
be a
what
first
was
goal for
that?
him.
What was
Race
that?
at huge speed on it. Yeah, 161 km/h.
He just misread the ball, I guess.
AJ's
What was
obvious
that?
adjustment so far is to make sure that he is attacking the ball defensively. You cannot just try and react to Rawas on offense. AJ up on an air dribble of his own.
I believe.
Hasn't had this kind of space
That was a nice reset.
all series long. Can he keep Rawas pinned back? Flipping past the ball here. Trying to conserve this 42 boost.
Oh, that's unlucky.
After
Boy,
the
zapped
50,
that. That was nice.
Rawas gets it into the orange corner.
Holy. I don't think he would have saved that if he
Drops
didn't zap
down
that.
to get the save. He has slowed down the scoring, if nothing else, which is a start from the 11-1 game 1. Missing a wall dash. I think AJ was trying to
Yeah, I
wall
thought it was
dash
probably
back
going to be
fast
beat to the
enough
ball,
that he
unfortunately.
could get boost and
It's
still
probably worth it though.
make it to the midfield before Rawas, but because he missed it, Rawas is first to the ball.
Yeah, he's nervous. I'll be nervous too. Man,
Patience
zooming
saved.
around the
AJ has
pitch.
to sacrifice.
Can't do anything.
Back corner
Just
boost
taking all the
because
boosts.
He has to continue to control the dribble. That'll be Rawas attacking AJ on the
I think he took.
defense again,
I think he
and it's an
took
air dribble.
AJ's bag.
AJ did a good job.
I think he took AJ's bag right, and
Just
then
about a full 2 minutes.
took all of his
making
small
sure Rawas could not get
and
to an
then
aerial
took his
play,
back left.
attacking him stagnant in net. But as soon as Rawas was able to get one, he's on the board for a tie game. Salt Rim Steve, thank you for the gifted sub. You'll notice AJ is a big time zap dasher.
Yeah, for real. He'd be like
but
doing it
unlike
so
I
much.
see a lot of other people doing it, he almost always does it with a diagonal dash.
It's like dark.
Streams a lot, and you'll definitely catch him dashing all over the field. Although even to his own admittance, he sometimes finds himself over dashing.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, I think is where you
You kind of have to though. Like, if you want to learn
find out
the best times
where
to
it's
use it,
correct
you have to
use it,
overuse it,
and after
so you can be
experimenting
punished for the time that you overuse
just
it.
where it can be useful. AJ
Your
trying to
RW9
50s for
defense is
Voss,
nuts.
man.
Holy.
He is proving to be a brick wall, just like he always
He
has
read
been, even on
everything.
low boosts.
Like,
But he
I don't know
turns
how he do
to
that.
dive at AJ
Read
in
every
the
single
midfield,
thing.
and AJ's
I wonder how his
jump
defense is on his off phase.
makes it a 2-1 lead. It's interesting. AJ is such a volatile 1v1er normally. You'd think that incredibly high-scoring game would actually favor him and would suggest that he was in the lead, but it's been quite the opposite.
AJ always plays ball
dominating in the air
after
when
the
given
kickoff.
space.
Like every time in that situation like that, he always plays ball.
Or it seemed to favor him. AJ, nice pre-jump to cover the angle first,
shot.
but then stay down.
Kind of unfortunate for AJ.
Rawas picks him apart. This is that classic Rawas 1v1 style. You see the slight fake in towards the ball that got AJ's initial
Oh no,
jump.
he could have flipped there for sure.
And then he pulled back in order to win the 50.
Could have side flipped and tried
So
to 50,
hard to
but
recover after you've used that first jump.
stab dashing around the pitch. I wonder if it was worth doing that.
You could hope for, unless your name's Rawas, as Rawas proved earlier on the other side
Should
of the
be
field.
low.
AJ, get back to the ball. Can he get it on target? He has Rawas.
Ah, he could have scored. So
Balling
good.
in net. I'm actually really surprised AJ didn't turn
Yeah,
immediately.
he could have scored
There
that
was
for
gonna
sure.
be a couple moments in which Rawas's momentum was carrying him deep into the net, where
Isn't Rawas
he
zero?
shot it right at him.
What is-
I doubt Rawas.
Isn't
came
Ra-
back
he's
to
not
the
zero?
time. And I thought AJ was just gonna.
He had like
take
30
advantage of
boosts
that,
in the
but
tank.
obviously he had a
I thought
different
he was
read.
zero.
Didn't
Nice
think there was
shot.
a window of opportunity. Instead, he plays
I thought
it
Rawas
safe,
was
but
zero.
that is
I was
one
like,
of the
Rawas is young.
downsides. If he had taken the strategy I mentioned, it would have been a bit of an all-in play. It would have ended his possession if it didn't work, but it really felt like it was going to. Instead, AJ bets on himself, bets on the long possession, and it pays off with the air dribble bump.
He scored these. That was a crazy setup.
This air dribble's
That
gonna
was
be
a
for
crazy
free
setup.
as AJ loses the kickoff back into the corner. Thought maybe he's going to be able to challenge from the ceiling, but as soon as Rawas sees him up high,
He had a lot of options after
takes
that
all the
touch.
heat off the ball, lets it drop down to the nets. AJ, a kickoff goal for a fourth. This is a rare sight. Even Rawas hasn't been scoring many of these, although he's been getting first possessions a lot. AJ able to just single jump into the wave dash kickoff over the top of Rawas. Big kickoff for AJ, but I wouldn't say.
Do you gotta
in his
hold
favor.
like
It was
what's it
exactly
called?
what he wanted.
Drift? When you tap dash?
So he got Rawas to tap the ball back into the corner, but maybe his
Might be
plan
in.
was also to have
Nah.
Rawas miss his shot.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
surprised AJ even bet on
But that was
Rawas
a
missing.
crazy
I
save.
want to show it again. Hopefully it does.
Holy.
AJ moves in a little
Yeah,
bit.
that was
here,
actually
which
crazy.
only makes sense if Rawas is either going to take the ball to the ground, which is
That was a
actually
great
what
counter.
AJ might have thought he was going to
Holy.
do, and that's why he was trying to pressure that, or if he thought Rawas didn't have that hit, which of course Rawas does. So I imagine AJ was just prepping
Sweet.
to stop the dribble that never came down to the ground.
Oh, that's
Instead, Rawas
unfortunate.
pushed it over the top
That's
of
right,
him.
that's right.
So tie game.
I think it
AJ has
was
cleaned it
so
up.
fast.
Has a
Calm
minute
down.
to hold on. Rawas just putting a shot on target. I've seen Rawas more often
He scored
than the
these.
other 1v1er
I always
just
see him score these.
go back to booming the ball and
Okay, maybe not against the Ross.
looking to play on the follow-up. See if he does something like that here. I don't think he has the boost. He's going to play it slow and into AJ. Now he's going to have to retreat. Can AJ convert? He's going to try and take the air dribble immediately. He got Rawas up and he goes to the ground.
But nice play,
AJ,
AJ.
very creative work here.
Probably thought he was going up
He
because
looked
he
to
always
play the air dribble
does.
quickly to try and punish
He
Rawas,
faked them.
having to need boost at midfield. Rawas pre-jumped it in order to meet him there. But AJ snuck underneath.
I like that trail.
A 5-4 lead for AJ. 26 seconds. Wall to air dribble kickoff win for AJ. He needs to resist going for his triple flip resets that we know he likes to do. Nice shot
Nice
instead.
try. That was
And
so
a very
close.
safe one at that.
Ross defense
The
is really
ground chip
good.
shot off the wave dash is one where he recovers instantly from it. That's what's important. Very important touch there. As Rawas trying to
Wonder
get
who's like the
across net.
second best
Final
defender.
moments. The ball will be in Rawas's possession. He goes
In
for the
runs
full
and
field
threes.
dribble. Very interesting decision. Seemed like he could have held onto the ball longer if he really wanted to, and maybe jumped
Alright.
there. It took AJ one game to get calibrated and recognize that letting Rawas go to work on his net is not the way. But that being said, he's going to start off game 3 by letting Rawas into the air dribble, and it's going to be another goal. So AJ forgetting the lessons learned maybe. Before, he was attacking aggressively. Even in game number 2, he was never turning back and
Yeah,
trying
they're going to
shut
start
off
air
defense.
dribble bumping back as
When he gets
retaliation.
space,
He always
turning back and
does.
attacking at the ball. It can be a very harrowing thing to try, though, I'm sure, as it feels much more committal than turning around and shadowing. But there's 11 reasons
Come on,
why
AJ.
you should know.
I got money
has to
on
be
you.
More aggressive. from AJ. Trying to direct it to the side wall. And on target. Rawas. I think he was trying to go for a team pinch. Or not really a team pinch, but an approach
Yeah, it
pinch.
looked like.
As AJ was swinging back around the ball. Had AJ actually dove for the ball, Rawas's touch would have shot it right off him and into the net. AJ should
Nice side.
be able to tap this over the top of Rawas.
Rawas always like.
For the bump on
It seems like he
Rawas.
plays every role. He plays third man,
Passive
first man, and
defensive
second
play
man
off the
in
ceiling.
ones.
Just floating behind the
Kind of
goal.
weird. On defense,
Really
at
effective play.
least. I always see him jumping up and like kind of challenging for the ball, but not actually
AJ
playing the ball.
Shots.
Kind of
Ties
like
it up.
always
Pick up
hovers in front of him
possession
and maybe meets
That's
him
the key thing to
midway.
watch out for. AJ
That's what it looks like to
able to
me.
get a good amount of these first possessions. There's never a better moment to convert. Rawas just going to chase AJ down instead of playing the ball. And AJ now has the advantage by dodging
Yeah,
it.
40
Rawas
boost.
used up every
What
boost he
happened to
had,
your
but AJ
boost?
still had some left over. He's going to go
Don't
for a
matter.
double jump bump. And
He's better. What am I talking
Rawas,
about?
who is famously
Oh, he
an
just slipped
expert
up
at
like
getting around air
200
dribble bumps,
backs.
apparently is going to have a harder time with just a simple double jump. Kickoff win for Rawas. Undercutting AJ and a goal.
Oh, nice.
Almost got a bit too caught up in making sure AJ couldn't recover, but was still able to get around the ball.
Yeah. He wants to kick off a little bit more. Need to learn a thing or two.
Rawas. Wall to air dribble reset 50. AJ's back down. What a
That
save!
was my save,
AJ
AJ.
not giving up on the play. It's not going to matter
That was a good
though.
save.
My goodness.
It's close.
I had given up on AJ, I tell you that much. But he found a way to get a second save. There just wasn't enough boost in the tank for a third.
Well, he jumped way back.
Little hug at the midfield.
That's why he lost,
As
but
both players go for their wave dash kickoff.
he did jump super far back.
Was trying to get up and around the ball.
Shot for
Have
Was
an
on the
angle
next
net.
one.
Did not succeed, so now it's an AJ possession. We've seen a ton of air dribble bumps, but AJ's going to go to his flick.
I wonder how much boost
Leave
Was
it too
has.
far out from the net to surprise Rawas with any sort of movements. Was couldn't get the ball off the wall, so has to concede possession.
How much boost does Was has? Please switch. I
AJ.
need to know.
Just a
Yeah,
double
he had 100
jump
boosts in a
shot
minute.
Right at Rawas. Now he's got himself an air dribble and somewhat starred out Rawas, I imagine. AJ just picked up that corner, so Rawas shouldn't have much, but AJ
Wow,
actually
that
brings
was
it
a
down to the
great
ground for him.
save. Kind of lucky,
At this
but
point, Rawas has enough to work
because
with.
it hit the bottom of his car,
And it is a goal line 50
it was still a good save.
that AJ follows up.
Almost a great shot by AJ too.
Rawas, for some reason, deciding not to touch the ball there as he headed to the side wall. Didn't want to pass it back to AJ, I guess. I'd have to go back and see it from his perspective. Instead, he backed off of it to set up an angle probably on AJ's net is what it looked like. Instead, he got scored on his own nets. Demo. AJ needs to control the ball. Not the best first
Gosh,
touch in
one.
the world.
Nah.
And, ooh, Rawas. He was close.
I thought he would have got the gosh one.
He was close. I want to see this again. How close did he get to saving this? Ooh, I don't know. Can't blame his 90 ping anymore like he's used to having. This time he's only got 24 here playing against AJ. Down one. Halfway through the game. I love
That's that
how
boomer.
tight this game has been after game number one. Oh, AJ gives it just enough power.
We need some octane gameplay though. We need to get off these Phoenix. You ain't liking
Rawas
this.
feels AJ behind him.
You gotta get on
Knows he
octane.
can't slow down. Has to try and jump and make a play on the ball. Otherwise getting demoed and just
Alright,
never really
well, Ross
found
kicked off.
the right play to make.
A jumps pretty late.
AJ losing the ball into
No
his
way
back
he's for
corner,
this.
but he gets possession and a 100 boost. So barely can be considered a loss. Rawas wants to attack immediately. His first touch. Popped the ball up for a follow-up. AJ made it back in time. Rawas with the ball. on
Oh,
his
snap.
back wall. AJ is going to go to the shadow.
He like
Despite
jumped
that
into the
having
ball
not
like downward.
been too solid for him.
Never
But
thought
Ross
about
has
that
been
one.
able to air dribble. Hasn't been terrible when the plays have started from the ground. AJ got this out in front of the nets. Rawas, what a save. The ball was partially in.
It should be 0.
He had to get around to get the right flip, and AJ is basically sitting and watching to see if he made a mistake, either on the save
shot.
or on the clear. But Rawas did fine on both. And now he's pulling off of his air dribble. He sees AJ jump. He has to immediately land.
He almost saved that too.
Surprising me. I thought this was going to be an even freer goal than it was. Rawas good read to go low, and he needed to hold power slide and backflip out of that. A lesser player might not have recovered back to the ball, but this is Rawas we're talking about. Credit to AJ for getting close. Rawas diving into the orange half for boost. AJ handed the ball over to Rawas, so that should just be a Rawas goal.
Wow.
AJ maybe trying to start a dribble, but we didn't go all the way back in time enough to be able to see that first touch. Rawas picking up pads and nets. Oh, sorry, I should have AJ picking up pads and net. Rawas with the power slide cut.
That was a good challenge.
Very crucial next goal as we are under the minute mark, although it's been a lot of scoring for both these guys. AJ on 0, Rawas air dribble 50, almost certainly in. I mean, I say 50 because he's protecting the ball, but AJ ends up not even getting a touch on it.
AJ was
Not
0.
to
Take it
recover
back.
to the play. Saw him turning in field a little bit, maybe because he's expecting Rawas to drop the ball. Only reason why I would expect him to do that. So Rawas lead with 50 seconds. AJ has a wall to air dribble. Resets. And he's in. Rawas nowhere to be found.
Not bad.
Rawas all the way up to the ceiling in an attempt to stop that. Kickoff win for AJ with 40 seconds left to go.
Personally, I would flip into it.
Rawas
How do you read your Ross's defense?
clear to the back wall.
He always like pre-jumps. Like set it when he's in set when he set it when he like pre-jumps.
Well, is that going to be enough? AJ can't get
Shot.
back. AJ had a 100 boost to work with, thought about that challenge, and maybe even tried to flip through the bump of Rawas, but it wasn't enough to keep himself in the play. Fake kickoff from AJ. He wants a possession in his back corner, and he's earned it. Worked out much better than his previous fake, which Rawas got the 100.
we go octane.
This is a great setup for AJ. Rawas has boost, the air dribble bump.
Nice
Rawas
try.
is
That was a
around
good
it.
save though.
He knows how to make the
Like,
save
like
on
already,
those high air dribble
kinda
bumps.
early.
Actually, AJ still has a chance. Oh my
Holy
goodness.
AJ.
Until the final moment
Really?
to get the ball in the air. But he has it past Rawas. I don't think he can get back to it, though. Oh, it
Well,
does
bounces.
bounce up the wall. AJ, is he going to find a way to get this up? No, that was a pretty good 50, though. Game 4. If it weren't for that first game, this entire series would be
You almost scored that.
one
What
of the
the
most
heck?
nail-biting sequences. AJ can still make up for it. We've seen him hit this shot before. I swear it was AJ who did the self-pass off the ground into the air dribble.
What do you even call that?
Just
Like
barely didn't get it
a
over the
double
top
or-
of Rawas. Air dribble bump. And it will be an AJ first goal.
nah, it's definitely not a double. It's not a double. Yeah, it's not a double. It's still regular. Can't really call it anything.
AJ trying to hit a demo on Rawas. Actually played this slow. I feel like he could have gone for a stronger
For
shot.
real.
Maybe he was
Coulda
hoping
caught that
to
at
get
bottom
Rawas
corner.
to fly by, and if
Bottom,
not, a 50.
Left.
But he did not get either. Instead, he lets Rawas have an easy save.
Nice kick off, AJ. Nice kick off. Like, where was he would have jumped for that and like floated.
Take his air dribble into the corner.
I don't know why it works, but oh I guess it
Playing
does.
keep away right now with AJ. Can he eventually convert it for a goal?
It's a goal.
He's going to try and do so with a 50.
No.
AJ gets it around Rawas. Rawas, this 50, keeps possession in his favor. Keeps AJ on fairly low boots. He's only had pads to work with. The way that shot into the crossbar.
Oh my gosh.
Down to himself.
That was nutty.
Rawas with the 2-1 lead. AJ did well to survive as long as he did, but
That was actually crazy.
unless he's going to be able to take a possession away from Rawas, it's going to last so long.
Yeah, like he pre-jumps. Not like a pre-jump, but he like just reads them and jumps at the same time. Like mirrors them.
First touch reset out of the corner. The Musty's on target. AJ, I think he was transitioning from back wall defense to the ground because the shot ultimately came off fairly slow, but right at the right moment in order to catch AJ off guard. Had he stayed up there, he should have been able to get the save. He decides to take himself to the ground. Rawas with a 2-goal lead. 50 with
Nice
AJ.
try.
AJ gets it on
That's
the
close.
post.
He gets ball
Gives
back.
himself a bit of time to grab 100. He's going to try and dash back. No, certainly he lets Rawas.
It's very unlucky 50 for AJ.
control. AJ pre-jumps again. Now he's going to be recovering to this a bit late. Rawas goes for a tight double, and AJ
What a
has to
save.
What a
Oh,
read from AJ.
oh my gosh.
He dashes his way back
It
to
was
the ball,
actually
but
so
without any
close.
boost, 'cause you know what he wants to do once he gets there. I'm not
It's
sure he
actually crazy that
knows.
Rawas pretty much scored
Gets it
that
out
too.
after, and he ends up dashing himself
Not an
around.
easy
Oh, wait,
angle.
Rawas should have absolutely
He
had a goal.
throws.
AJ got caught up
Good bag,
on his
bro.
wall dashes. Rawas just needed to land
Nice.
clean on the ball,
Sweet.
and he would have pinched it out towards the net, but instead, it's an AJ possession and an AJ goal. Rawas backflipping and not making connection on the ball. AJ gonna dive and take Rawas's boost. Rawas tries to go for an immediate shot. Did he score on it? He did! Oh my goodness, AJ, I'm sure he
Got
felt
2
like
minutes.
this wasn't that
Got
big
2
of a
minutes.
risk. Going to take the 100.
After the game is gone.
It was close to not being, but Rawas, man, he just sniped the bottom right. Two-goal lead. AJ, kick out possession into an air dribble, very lateral. Rawas this time doesn't
I don't think he
have
meant to
save
flip. I don't think he meant to
as
flip
he
there.
flips into no man's land. Normally so solid. Maybe he was trying to use the
Yeah.
same jump to back off.
Yeah, that's what I
over the
thought
top
too.
of AJ, but accidentally flipped. Either that or he was just
Sure.
giving up because he knew he wasn't going to get it.
No way he meant to flip there. No way.
AJ reset. Can he use it for the wave dash to get back to the ball? He can't. Rawas still quicker. He just booms the ball off the pass to himself.
So Ross used both directional
AJ
arrows,
chasing down
or did he
Ross.
use regular arrow?
Trying to prep where he expects that clear to go, and does force Rawas to get a much softer touch down to the ground. Rawas can get a reverse goal. Shouldn't have the window of opportunity. Does steal the corner boost though. AJ is going to make this a goal. I think he might have initially flicked because he couldn't see Rawas behind the ball. There's a chance where Rawas just turns back. So he launches it. Notices Rawas did back off. And is able to follow it up for a boomer on net. 4-4.
A good play.
Must
Like
win
whenever you
game for
can't see your
AJ.
opponent, you should flick it when you can't see him. Like, pretty much every time.
Going to back off now. That's been a mistake in the past, but Rawas does
Unless
have a clean
it's
aerial
just-
setup. He's going to have to play it
Whoa.
on the ground.
Those are good 50s.
AJ has done okay when giving space on ground dribbles.
That in?
Anytime that ball's floating in the air, though, it's a
No.
mistake. AJ power
Oh, no.
sliding around this one. Attempting to play keep away. He's going to have to back off now. Rawas close to the ceiling. Won't be able to
He
take
did
the
kinda have, like,
immediate
the pace
dribble.
and
Has to take it to
defense.
the ground instead, and AJ tries to punish for that. And looks like he will. AJ
Nice shot.
up 5-4.
We got chrome
We have
bags while we're
seen
on
some
chrome.
1v1ers be willing
But
to
no
take
help.
air dribbles even when they start at ceiling height. It's really hard to get the first touch to carry those dribbles because you end up hitting it into the ceiling and then it falls underneath you. The players who can do it get to turn a lot more of those wall setups into successful dribbles. And the alternative, which is trying to protect the ball all the way to the ground, is really tough to do, as AJ proves by taking the ball away and gaining the lead. AJ has a threatening bounce dribble here, decides to use a late flip. What is this recovery? It's about as bad as possible.
Yeah.
AJ flipped himself directly into the post.
This is a close game.
Either side
Holy.
would have been 100 times better. He's going to throw a my bad, because by no means should that have been as easy of a goal. I think the what a save was AJ making fun of himself for not getting back, but maybe he was also crediting Rawas's save.
It's not in, is it?
AJ is going to retake the lead.
I thought he would have got back in time. 30 seconds left.
Rawas heading to the midfield, even
AJ
though
was down
not
2
able to get the 100
mid game.
tried his best to affect the play, but
He's up 1.
AJ 50s it right out to a follow-up. AJ wave dash kickoff. He's got a late recovering Rawas. He just tries to put it top shelf, and it works. 2-goal lead with 23 seconds. AJ
All right then.
trying to force game 5.
Some good control.
Rawas
7 boosts.
had some boost to work with, but just tough timing coming immediately off that kickoff.
All right, now we go Octane though.
AJ another kickoff win. I mean, the kickoffs have actually been heavily in AJ's favor here.
No, they haven't. No, they haven't. Don't believe that.
That's probably one of the big reasons why he has himself a 2-goal lead. Rawasa has no choice but to be ultra aggressive. That's why you see AJ jumping up.
Actually, maybe this game actually AJ. I think I think he's right. I think AJ might have this game had the better kickoffs.
Somewhat okay, right? Certainly 1 second is not enough, but I guess we'll have to
AJ takes
see.
these. AJ takes these.
Will Rawas delay? We see it delays a lot into chip shots. Rawas is just
Ah.
gonna try and hope for the best.
Not
He
bad.
did
Not
not
bad.
get the best.
AJ winning this. First game was chalked.
AJ with the first kickoff win. Will it be the most important?
But every game has been pretty close.
Brings
Except for I
the
think the
down to a 50
third
for Rawas.
one. Either the third one or the second one was kind of a little
Should.
chalked
Rawas
as well.
decent amount, uses it all up
The close games though.
to dive into the corner to take the 100. Air dribble against AJ. AJ gets up and around it, but the ball still hanging around the net. Rawas tapping onto the top of AJ's car. AJ not even a
Yeah,
snap
that actually
dash for
don't
the
even
save
look
here, as he's gonna
too
have to
fast,
defend on
actually.
very little. Rawas had a 50 even if AJ did connect. So there's a good chance that AJ's trying to get around the ball to somehow save it without, oh, he just got a little ahead of himself, without touching Rawas, but
He couldn't get to back post in
would've been better
time.
either way.
So I wonder if he should have went front post.
Kickoff
I don't think he could have got the front post
back
either
into
actually.
his corner. Was that an intentional 180 to start this dribble, or was he just going with the flow of his first touch?
I think AJ's in flow speed right now too.
AJ on the air dribble bump.
Nice
Rawas
shot.
can't get around it. Rawas playing real
He
passive
usually
here in
defends
midfield
those. Like he jumps for those every time.
as AJ collects the ball.
Here he just
Not really
waits.
giving him a real fake challenge there, I would
I'm
say.
sorry jumping for those like boss.
Not even trying to make AJ sweat, just letting him set up the dribble.
Look like
AJ back into his corner.
like dolphins coming off the water after they kick off. I might edit that in. That's
Air
actually
dribble
funny.
ahead of the ball.
That's a meme.
Able to bring the ball
Ain't
all the
gonna
way
lie.
back down though.
I might have to edit that in.
Not often do defenders let somebody get away with that.
They're playing like a very
One cut from
controlled.
AJ is going to be able to convert
game
this into
here.
something. Rawas does pop the ball. AJ might be able to shoot. Get it over the top of him if he tries too quickly. That is what he went for, but Rawas clips it to stay alive. Soft shot from AJ. Has to look for the demo as a way to chase Rawas off of what would otherwise have been a very easy counter. A pass to himself and a long shot was certainly available if he didn't have to also dodge the demo attempts. Rawas all the
I think
way
AJ's
back to the
low.
ball. He's going to go for the bump. AJ gets around it.
Wow.
He snuck underneath it this time. And now he's got to air dribble the other way. Pre-flip has the reset. AJ crossbar down
Oh.
and in. AJ.
That was a nice shot. That was a nice shot.
Even
He
Rawas
just showed him how
has to
it's
throw
done.
the nice one.
The pre-flip
He improvises
to a
off
reset.
the tough start on the dribble.
Do a double.
But everything is easy for AJ. 3 minutes left, but only a 1-goal lead. Delay kickoff for Rawas. AJ has himself a free net. Rawas having some trouble. A controller drop. He's had a long day today. He has an even longer day to go. Rule 1 has been grinding scrims like crazy today. Just needs to shake it off for 2 minutes and 44 seconds if he can.
Nah, we got AJ winning this. Hopefully.
Kickoff win for Rawas. Flick at the top shelf. AJ has the first save. Does he have the second? He doesn't.
Close. How do you get golden? What is it, Dungeon Dragons or something?
Slight bit of margin
Or Dueling Dragons?
for a chance.
I didn't even know it was a golden one.
But it just barely gets in.
Ain't nobody switched to Octane. What's going on?
AJ straight into the kickoff diagonally. Rawas
Got two Phoenix. Why do you win? What's going on?
has a reset. Pulls off of the high air dribble when he sees AJ looking like he was headed to the top of the arena. So AJ, I think, able to
For real, that was
convince
crazy.
Rawas to take it low and then gets that save. It's enough to give Rawas, or for Rawas to give a what a save. As he has been impressed with the improved defense from AJ. Solid 50 for Rawas. Is it too high arcing in order to get a goal? No, it's not. Just needs to pinch it off the wall. And he will find his way in. AJ on 0 boosts. Bit of a slower dash from what I've seen from him in the past. I'm not sure a faster one would have helped him too much. I think Rawas was still going to find his way through. AJ very intentionally flipping through that ball to make sure the tail end of his car clips the 100. He needs to get his setup and the boost tech grab, otherwise it's not worth it. He said,
I challenge
ball
AJ.
still falls to Rawas for free. AJ gets demoed, and Rawas starts an air dribble, respawning AJ on the opposite corner. Can he get ahead of the ball to demo him again? AJ bumped Rawas a little, but not enough to push him back into the ball. AJ's been a magician in defense against these dribbles earlier. Gonna need kickoffs to be on his side. Last minute 35. He's gonna go for the delay. Rawas fakes. AJ has no choice but to prep against that shot. So now Rawas gets himself a very clean open dribble. He ends up flicking over the top of the crossbar. AJ's not going to have 100 here in this corner respawning for him.
Hey, what did
So
you
he
do
has
here?
37 to work with. And he's going to have to try and carry the ball down to the ground because he doesn't have enough boost to feel
I wanted to
comfortable
see what he
going
would
for
have
the
done
aerial.
there, because
And it's that same situation that we
that's a
saw
tough spot to
earlier
be in.
when Rawas had to protect the
I
ball
want
on
to
the
know what a
ground.
pro player would have done.
So hard to do, and you just don't get away with it anymore in 1v1. Rawas turns to take it away.
Oh, AJ's losing.
2-goal lead with 1:07. AJ gets Rawas up to stop the immediate kickoff shot, and then flips into his corner to steal his boost. So he's got Rawas low. Now he's trying to keep him pinned back, but Rawas has just slowly walked his way down the center of the field. AJ gets the boost steal, so he still should have a solid possession, but Rawas has 100 to work with in defense. Air dribble from AJ. Time such that Rawas' immediate pre-jump.
I don't know. I don't know if AJ catch up here.
He's going to box out AJ, and he will.
Still
6-3,
possible. Still possible.
32 seconds. It's going to have to be kickoff magic for AJ now.
Nah, not really. Yes and no. Just one kickoff, bro. Just one kickoff, bro. So we need just one.
Again. No,
Okay,
Rawas is going to
okay.
delay. That ball is too high for AJ to get around it meaningfully.
They almost
Turn
double
back into
zapped
a really
us.
soft
Hold
side flip. AJ to get around it meaningfully.
They
Rawas
almost
is
double
gonna
zapped
delay.
us.
That ball is too high for AJ to get around it meaningfully.
He almost double zapped
He has to
us.
turn back and get a really soft side flip.
Oh, AJ's
He's
just
in a
gone.
bit too deep. Rawas!
That was a nice side.
He wants to put the cherry on top.
That's
The air
game.
dribble reset. There's the GG's from AJ. Rawas clutches it out. I think he was down 3-1, right?
Yeah.
He was in a bit of trouble, you could say. But he gets 6 straight to show that he was just fine.
Yeah, for
all
real.
along. GG's from these guys. I'm not going to end the game. I'll let these guys either hop out of the match or drive around for the last few seconds. Roas takes it in 5.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
A win.